Now we were talking about the year of Wood Dragon for Taurus. Those are born in year 1904, 1964, and 2024. Taurus star sign. You know what? I find Taurus is such a interesting sort of like star sign. And include, if you're looking at the wood dragon element, right? And whoever born in this particular year, they're like super slow and steady, super reliable, super sweet. But not only that, they're like smart, intelligent, and willingly to help people. It's like a very reliable dragon, and yet sometimes pretentious when he needs to be. But most of the time, he's kind, generous. He's a little bit slow to get it, but he's actually quite a harmless person. So whoever you are born in the year of the wood dragon, who are in the Taurus star sign, this reading is absolutely for you. And it is my pleasure to do this reading for you. Simply because I'm an air sign, I always thinking like Taurus is such a boring sign. And how do I start a boring, slowing, moving sign? So I decide to give you an airy fairy reading, and then it's coming all out at the same time. That is a great shuffle. Okay, I feel like I want a more card actually. So I like to sort of like do an interesting reading for you, Taurus, because you're such a loving creatures. You're such a grounded creature, and a creature work extremely hard. You are such an attractive person, but somehow you don't really like to show your attractiveness. You just like to act slow and acting like dumb, but then again, you're not dumb. You're extremely smart. You're just not really bothered about the worldwide thing. You like to be on the back burner. Don't like to seek any attention, but you're like absolutely an extremely attractive beast. Yeah, so for this year, 2024, this reading is absolutely for you. Oh, it look like that's it. Look like none of them want to come out. Okay, let's do this. The devil is ready to come out. Okay, how do I do this? This way. Okay, the page of Pentacle, the Two of Swords. I don't think I have enough. And then I got the Four of Cups. Let's move up a little bit more. And then we got the Hermit. Oh gosh. What would I say about slow moving and quiet person and doesn't really want to do a lot of things? Okay. You walk into a reading here, okay, where you were in a hermit sort of like mode. It's like a self-discovery sort of journey this year. You start with a 0 from January, right? January is not a 0. I think it's midnight of January 1st. This reading is actually going backward now, a few weeks before. So you walk into the reading in the hermit mode. You have been contemplating and been procrastinating. You've been like wondering what would I do, if I had to do something, okay? And I think you were like, because you've been so grounded, so practical all this time, right? Being a hermit is also being practical, but not only that, spiritually deepened. And not only that, your wise and your wisdom is actually expand to a certain state. It's more like a spiritual heighten. And then you are like walking out into this really strange sort of like world, It's like here, the Page of Pentacles. I think you were like in the hermit mode because you were expecting something. You're expecting a news from someone, or you're expecting an apology from someone. However, this apology never really come because the Two of Swords is actually upside down. It looked like you're taking this time to heal your heart from a broken heart, or from a decision that you were making that wasn't really, you thought you would, it was a huge decision. However, You was like go into a meditative state to see which way do I want to go, and you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and this apology never come. It's like a karmic, sort of like toxic sort of like relationship for some strange reason. And here it is, the Four of Cups. And when the answer come to you, you have to get out of it, and you realize the devil is there waiting for you. It's just like everything is like tying you down. Everything is like completely bound you, but it bound you down and then tie you down in the little weird sort of like God. You know, like wood dragon, Taurus. Guess what? Here's also another dragon up here. I can see a dragon here. You see? Such an interesting dragon, and if you really look at it, right? It felt like it's such a weird. You know, you walk into the reading with the hermit, right? And then you walk out with the devil. Like you walk in with like a spiritual mindset, and you walk out with this like, it's like you switch personality for some strange reason. It's just like, how do I say, this year, your personality, it's like we say, you are so nice and so humble and so grounded. Maybe that's what you've been all your life. And I think situation like this, right? This year, they will see the other side of you where people think you're the devil after their soul. That's how I feel. And it's not like a bad thing. It's just like because people been taking advantage of you for so long, and they need to understand the boundary that you're setting. You need to give them their ultimatum, like, okay, this is me, how I am, and how I'm going to carry out for this world, and this is what people should adhere to. Join the devil, or go to join the devil, go to hell, or go or join the cult, be the hermit, and go to heaven. It's like that weird sort of a saying. It's I don't know how to pinpoint it in a way you would understand. It's a weird personality sort of like twist. Do you know sometimes people say the devil doing all the bad thing, but without evil and devil in this world, right? How would you know what is a good thing exists? So I think this sort of like particular year Taurus wood dragon, it's just like you need to be somebody that doing bad thing to make people realize what the good thing is about. And it's more like a role model of like good and evil in this particular year, where you have to establish yourself, to put yourself up in a way where people need to be fear you, because all this time people has been using you, people has been manipulating you, but now it's time for you to stand up and take back whatever that is and be the devil yourself. Yeah, such an interesting reading. Oh, it feels like it's a soul development. Or you can look at this way, right? You're going from that, you flow backward. It's like it's two dimension, You have to be evil, or you have to be a saint, yeah? You have a choice, Even though in this middle world, right? That's like the underworld, the upper world, and the middle world. It's like you're at the spiritual awaken, where the point where you can choose the path, which path you're gonna go. The middle world is not important, right? Of course, there's a little bit of like, yeah, it's funny. It's like you have to choose doing the bad thing or being a goody-goody thing. But I think you're being a goody-goody thing for so long. Oh my God. And you're going to cut away from all this like doubt, all this sort of like understanding. And then you might just, see the devil within itself. And then you might cut the devil off and clear the devil altogether. It felt like you're at the weird spiritual path, awaken, right? Awaken to the point where you can choose to be good or bad within one sweet mole, and then you stick with it. Such a weird, impactful, spiritual reading. Oh gosh. I feel a chill running down my arm and my back. I can read it. I feel like, oh, I don't know. It felt like, should I just... I know, I'm so curious now. I'm just wondering what this is. Ooh, it's pointing north. Okay. All right, I see. It's pointing north. Right. If you decide to go north, right? Maybe you need to cut the knot off. Or maybe you join the North Club and just wear that fake mask and then, just act evil, but underneath you are a saint dressed in the evil mask to teach people in society what is really important. That's why there's no apologies, Decision need to be clear-cutted, like no wishy-washy. Decision is clear what you need to do to cut down the crap to make people see your point. Yeah. The opportunity will come in April, where you can actually see why you need to make a decision to make such a big sort of changes to the world. Like I said, the Wood Dragon is a year that a dragon that actually role model for humanity, established like a revolution. And you born in the year, in the star sign of Aries within the year of the Wood Dragon, make you such an interesting character that impact the world in that sort of way, in a revolutionary way. If it's not physically, it is actually spiritual impact. But I can see here between a devil and a saint. You choose which way you want to go. Oh, how interesting. I was like I said, a Wood Dragon and an area sign move extremely slow, and I was like, hey, I feel like a spirit reading for you guys. So then that's why I picked this card. So this is another one. Such an interesting reading. All right. Oh, that's a bit too much. Okay, I'll take it. Oh, this is quite a lot. It feels like a double reading. All right. Clearing your space. Right. Review your life. We were talking about this. Oh my God. We were talking about this in the reading. Let's join hand. So this is what I want. I think, you already start clearing your path, Your path is already clear. It's actually to make this decision to be good or evil, to be a saint or being a devil, right? You need to have a clear path of what you really want, The path is already clear. You're already been cultivated enough. You already know enough, experience enough to make a decision. And I think you're going to go into like a big sort of like life-changing sort of like situation and contemplate what's the meaning of your life, this lifetime. And then you will decide what is the best way for you. Actually, I want to put this one up actually. You will decide which path to actually take. And this is so interesting. All right, being bounded. Okay. The devil doesn't really make sense, but it does make sense. It's like if you think you're tied down and unable to make a decision, it's asked you to clear your mind, clear your space, and make the decision because you have to. It's like the calling to make a decision, to do it, or if you don't do it, the universe will do it for you. And I know how that feel. When the universe put their foot down, they will shake your world up. If you don't want to change, you will have to choose to make a choice where it's actually quite difficult for you to contemplate. It's better you make the decision yourself rather than let the universe choose for you. If you leave the universe to choose for you, it's painful. Speaking from experience, it's extremely painful. So make the choice, or they will make the choice for you. And it's slow, painful, because it's go against your will instead of the universe will. All right. Okay. There's a lot of cleansing here with the self-care. Yeah. There's also number 2. Okay. How do I say this? This is an extremely internal sort of like spiritual cleansing, spiritual healing. Not only that, physical and internal sort of like nurturing that you need to take to enable to clear your space, clear your body and mind, soul, to make an impact for the world. Because I felt like you make such a huge impact that you'll be too busy that you need to take time out for yourself. And the responsibility will come as a hermit, a saint, or as the devil. You still need to work. It doesn't matter which side you're going to want to join, but you still need to work. The devil needs to commit into like the devil work. So is the saint. The saint needs to commit to what does it bring to this earth. You still need to teach, preach, and so on. So if you are sort of like waiting and contemplating which way to go, I think you will make the choice by probably like I was thinking this is like the start of the new year, right? But then it won't happening immediately until April, your birth month, sorry. So Taurus, wood dragon, it won't happen until it's your birthday. That's when the realization need to kick in and clear. And then you need to make the decisions where you want to be and what you want to do and where you want to go from there. Be a role model of that or of this. It's all up to you. But you still do what it is you're supposed to do, what you were born to do. You're being so nice, so kind, so generous. Even though you do the bad thing, people will forgive you. But people will remember though. They will forgive, but they won't forget what you did. But because of your impact, it makes them remember what is goodness within their soul. And also in your soul. That's so interesting. This is such a strange spiritual reading. I feel like I want to do another card. I'm going to pick one, actually. I'm not going to shuffle it. Oh. This is the Ace of... oh no. This is the Ace of Wands. I think you are starting immediately. Right here. You walking in and I think you will start to do what you need to do like it's in the beginning of the new year. You started, you are on a new project and you are like new mission in life and you say, I'm going to do it. And if this is applying to an election, the US election, or any sort of like big campaign and thing like that, It's like you need to paint yourself as a picture of a saint, or you paint yourself as a villain. So then, to create an impact for the world. So then people will decide which way it is. Even a bad villain sort of like character, right? Still needs self-care. Still need to clearing their own space. They are bound by duty, responsibility, and so on. But they have to do it. This is like they need to put things in action. So yeah, such an interesting reading. Oh my God. It was so heavy. I feel like my heart is palpitating for you, Taurus, that born in the year of the wood dragon. Absolutely interesting reading. May the new year bring you peace, enlightenment, with beautiful sort of like gift from the universe, or you bring beautiful gift to humanity. With love and life and peace and harmony, they're heading to it your way. And please take care of yourself, because you're such a beautiful soul. You're meant to do what you're supposed to do, and there's no regret. Yeah, I can't wait. This is so interesting. Have a lovely, lovely new year. Bye.